welcome back to my channel. This is Ria and I hope you guys are all doing really well and staying at home nice and safe, doing your part in hoping to end this pandemic. And I do hope you like the background this time. I changed the scenery. I'm sure some of you recognize some of the posters. Proud, Notice, sorry to Hajime. Okay, so let's get down to the tea here. I'm just going to fair warning about this. What I'm going to say next is that I have mentioned this person, not by name, but I did briefly mention this person, this influencer, YouTube, but in my previous videos in regards to Taylor Swift videos. Especially her Taylor Swift documentary video, I mentioned this person, well, not really mentioned, but it's like brief mention. And the thing is, lately there has been a lot of drama going on around this person, and I'm not surprised. So I'm just gonna let you guys know my opinions and my thoughts and why I'm saying this right now, because even though I stayed quiet before out of respect for people, but I have to say I thank D'angelo Wallace, the YouTuber, for exposing this person, because I only watched a few of this person's video, like maybe 3 or 4. So her name is Shallon. So yes, I'm talking about her. Reason why I wish to talk about it, because I mentioned before in my previous videos in terms of Narcissist. So I'm just going to get down to tease and hope I could clarify things slowly. Reason why I wish to speak on about Shallon, because because of D'Angelo's video, I noticed now that she not have a platform, let's just say, because she have a lot of audience. She's an influencer, of course, a YouTuber, but she has a lot of audience that are young. And the thing is, she keeps on making these videos that are psychological, despite not having a degree on it or unstudied slight bits of it. And the one thing I never got into her videos is because majority of them I noticed is that some people think that she's being direct, but the thing is, I noticed that she's always bashing like the people. She's has this tendency, this pattern of behavior of making assumptions and believing that it's true and just projecting to her audience, like how she did with Taylor Swift documentary. Before the documentary came out, she posted a video about it and made this assumption of how it's going to be and such and such. And then when it did came out, the very thing I noticed is that she did that is similar to what a narcissist always does, is she takes bits and pieces out of context and then twisted that truth, exaggerated and projected to her audience. That is what she did. And also she lacks empathy a lot. She always asks questions why she did this and such, and then saying that she wouldn't have done that. It's like she never put herself like in the other person's shoes or think of the bigger pictures. So I have that. I don't like it when she does that. That's when I noticed like I don't really follow her, and because I noticed what she's doing, I was like, this is not really a good person. She's spewing nonsense here. And And the thing is, people are like soaking up her words like a tea, and she always like have these advice for people, but the thing is, they are not suitable for many people, and that's a problem. And she is like trying to influence her audience into bad behavior, if you know what I mean. And I don't agree with that. And recently with the D'angelo video and all the things he shown, I'm disgusted by her. Like I said, I don't really watch all the videos. I don't bother because I knew that she was not a good person. The way she was pretty much assassinating a celebrity character and projecting it. But I was disgusted by how she talks about Pete Davidson and Selena Gomez kidney transplant and the whole mental health thing. She was being very, how should I put it, she lacks empathy for them, and she has this some kind of hate towards Selena and Taylor specifically, which I noticed like every single time. She will always say Taylor had this victimizing narrative, and I talked about this part in one of my videos, how possibly the media projects to the audience, which makes people around the world think that she's victimizing, when at most she's probably not victimizing, when she's actually the victim. So Shallon Lester is one of those people who are those kind of media projecting to the audience that Taylor is this, and now she's apparently has been assassinating Selena Gomez character, this and that, as if she knows them, but she doesn't. And the thing is, a lot of videos that I saw D'angelo shown as evidence, it kind of further proves my point that she's a narcissist. Because they are pathological liars, and they have this charismatic, and they will manipulate their audience, and you will believe them, that they have confidence, they know what they're saying, but in truth they're lying. And the thing is, she's always contradicting herself in a lot of things she said. She said this, but then she does this. Like, it just like doesn't make sense. She's a mess, and what she said about Pete Davidson is just morally wrong. It's just downright disgusting. She's also a racist. Apparently, someone pointed out in her book she used the N-word for black people, and that is wrong. And I won't comment about how she put a dig at Meghan Markle. I know I told you my perspective on Meghan, but I never said she's an abuser like Shallon did. I just simply say that Meghan is, I don't agree with a lot of what she did, that's all. But I think that Shallon is definitely a narcissist. She has this narrative in her mind about the person, and because she has this narrative, like assumption, she would, instead of researching properly, she projects. And I also was disgusted by her pedophile behavior. because I didn't realize she was doing this until people were like, you know, pointed out in public by D'Angelo. And she did this to, who was it? Justin Bieber? So I'm just going to read out the comments because I don't want to get any backlash here. So give me one moment. I'm going to see if I can post them up. Okay. Here's one of them, which is quite disgusting. Justin Bieber was 16 at the time, and she was 25 apparently. It says Justin Bieber sex stream ? Don't mind if I do. That's why she wrote it on her Twitter. On the tweets, which is quite disgusting. That one. Why would you say something about a teenage boy? I think, yes, he's good looking during that time, in terms of teenage standpoint, but to have this imagination of having a sex dream with him is just ridiculous. It's just pedophile. All in all, she said she reminds me of one of those crazy, like, if she's dated, she's probably one of those crazy girlfriends. Like, you go near my boyfriend, I will assassinate character assassination you, like defaming whatever she does, like she did with Selena, just because she dated Justin Bieber on and off, and it's just ridiculous. The Pete Davidson part, I'm just like, how can you say this about a person who has suicidal thoughts? Like, she was like, why you talk about it? And the fact that she doesn't comprehend that about mental health at all, because depression, anxiety is really deep. It's a sensitive topic, especially suicidal thoughts, because this is given by experience. I know what I feel like, and the thing is, not many people could come out and say it because they fear of being judged. And the thing is, it's not easy. Like, people think that depression is just sadness, but it's not. It's not just sadness. It's a lot of things at once. And people like Shallon does not understand that, given how she has lacked empathy for Pete Davidson. When she talks about this, when he has suicidal thoughts, she took bits and pieces out what I said in the interview out of context. It's just a lot of things. She just have no empathy, like no empathy at all for anybody. And she then go on and judge them by how they look and everything. I was like, girl, how shallow, how close-minded, how judgmental can you get? And I think I recall, like, I commented down in one of her videos saying that, calling her Shallon, but I probably should say just Shallow Lester instead, because she was being really shallow, being very petty. It's just ridiculous. And let's not get started about Selena Gomez and the lupus thing. How she was like demeaning Selena about her having lupus. mocking her about it, and then saying, like, spreading these lies about her Selena doing drugs, having alcohol addiction. Who comes up with this? Where she get all this narrative when she doesn't even know the person? And the thing is, she lies a lot. So, what I feel about Shallon Lester is that she should have her platform taken away from her, because she is a bad influence to the audience. And the thing is, and when people follow her advice to a T, things never go right. And she's not like I'm not a psychological person. Like I don't have psychology or anything, but because I've been through mental health, I've been through depression and everything, I'm able to talk about it, and it's like let you guys know what it's like. I can't say in full details because each person's depression is different. Everyone's different, and everyone's feeling for it is different, and how they heal from it, they all have different time frames, and you can't just. And the thing is, she's like one of those people who tells people just get over it, move on. But the thing is, when someone has depression, you do not say those words to them. You do not tell people to just get over it, because depression is not something we could easily just get over. It's like a snap of a finger. Each person has their own timeline of how they heal, and if I were to compare depression, it'd be like depression to cancer, and sadness is cold. Because depression, once you heal from it, but even though you feel like okay at the time, suddenly this just can't come back to you all of a sudden. It's like, and then you have this depressing thoughts on your head. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like really a mental health, and it's just downright wrong of Shallon Lester to be saying all this, preaching about psychology, when she doesn't even have empathy for people who has mental health, or people who has lupus, or anything like that. She has no empathy. And I'm so glad that she's getting exposed, and she does not deserve this platform. I'm just like, finally. Like, I want to say something before, but I'm just like, I'm not really a big YouTuber. I don't have a really big amount of followers. I don't have a like big standpoint, so I can't really say anything. But I applaud D'angelo for exposing her. I applaud him, because he did what many people could not do. And I feel like, I'm not sure about the law. I'm just gonna check. Okay. Yeah, it's said that there's no law in terms of character assassination except for defamation, but it just sucks in terms of that. Apparently, but yeah, I think at most Shallon could be sued for character assassination or defamation at most. And I think that YouTube should shut her account down for doing this. I don't know how she ended up doing this for so long, but she is like that character in Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know what I'm talking about. She reminds me of Rita Skeeter. Like, she doesn't care. Like, she does not care. She is a major narcissist. And I told you before what a narcissist does in terms of abuse. Well, here's the highlight of not another part of a narcissist. They don't care. No empathy. They will manipulate whoever they chooses, and this time she's manipulating her audience in YouTube. She will make assumptions, believe them, and then projects it onto another person, and then in order to character assassinate them, or about another person at most. And it happens to me. So, like, I have a narcissist. There was a narcissist who did that to me. Pretty much make assumption about me. Then character assassinated, like, assassinate my character to one of my friends and try to have them, like, have me isolated, basically. So, it's just downright inhuman. And all in all, I hope one of the celebrities will one day sue Shallon Lester for character defamation or assassination, because this is not right. This should not continue. This should be stopped. This is downright bullying, and she has no humbleness, kindness in her heart, considering what she kept on bashing the celebrities that she does not know. She is a hateful person, and I can tell. I can see it, and it's clear as day. And she needs to be stopped. And I'm finally glad that she's getting exposed for what she's doing. No one liked people like her. And I think there's one of the YouTubers was commenting about her dating life, how it never lasts. Well, I'm not surprised. Probably she has that passive aggressive, microaggression, whatever it is. So yeah, I do hope people now know that she is a liar, that she's been exposed, and they will stop following her advice. Because not all of her advice is correct. And what I had to say about in terms of dating advice or anything like that, just be yourself. Just be yourself. At most, do some soul searching and prove yourself if you must. The right person will come. But other than that, that's all I wish to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Please be sure to like this video and hit the bell button for more notification, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.